I know, you're struggling to hit your combos. You get your beefy hit, but every time you're missing it. But don't worry, me and my bonnet are here to help you on this lovely day. So, how do you go about learning how to link combos more consistently in order to make sure that you're hitting it in clutch moments, or just to make sure that you get your Oki and put them in a situation in which they have to guess? So, in this video, I will start off with visual cues, okay? I'm not gonna lie, you need to subscribe now! So if you're not aware of what a visual cue is essentially you're looking for a very specific thing, and the keyword is that you're looking for a specific moment or in place in time while the first move is coming out, and you use that essentially to time the second button. Now this is the secret sauce of learning how to link these combos. So in the case of Akuma standing heavy kick into standing medium kick, right? So I know a lot of people have mentioned how it's hard to link this. The same thing would be said about Cammy doing crouching heavy punch into crouching medium punch. So how do we go about fixing or remedying this issue? Like I mentioned, what you want to do is that while the standing medium kick is out, you want to look for a specific timing as to when you want to press it. So I'm going to press it here, and I'm going to actually simultaneously slow the game down. So while the game is in slow-mo like this, don't worry, I'm physically making it slow, okay? As his foot is moving back into place like this, I will zoom into it for you, but as his foot is moving back into place, that's when you want to press your standing medium kick, right? And in order to make sure that this happens more consistently, I want you to be watching the game very closely so that you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So once that point has hit, that's when you can press the standing medium kick, and then you can do your drive rush and then go into the rest of whatever you wanted, right? The same thing can be said about Cammy. I know there are a bunch of characters, but what I want you to start doing is get into the habit of looking for specific moments. First, you got to feel it out, right? You got to feel out what the timing is. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to struggle with this. But what I want you to try and do initially is try to do it at the latest possible moment and see what timing I have to do it, right? First, check out if it's possible. If you mash the button, you might get it, right? If not, if it requires more specific timing, then what we do is that we'll do it at the latest convenient, see if it connects, how much time do we have, and then once we have an approximate of where we should be in regards to this, that's when we can start making it a little bit faster, right? A little bit faster, a little bit more clean, and then we can determine a timing in which we visually see either Akuma's leg or Cammy pulling back, either one, whichever one you want to talk about, right? If you see that visual cue, once you see that visual cue, that's your cue to press the button. It'll make things a lot easier when it comes to linking important combos, right? And then in the case that you need to kill your opponent, you can do so a little bit easier, you know what I mean? There are a bunch of characters that have things like this. I'm gonna go over a couple more, and so a character like Cammy, when it comes to her, you want to do it when she's pulling back, okay? So while she's pulling back here, I'm gonna put it in slow-mo again. While she's pulling back, that's when you want to press it. Obviously the timing is a little bit messed up when it comes to being in slow-mo, but suffice to say, once she's pulling back, that's when you want to do it, and it'll make your life a lot easier if you're able to connect this combo more consistently, especially when your opponent tries to move in situations where they're here, right? And then you can go for it from there. So the other character that I wanted to go over was the character that would probably need it the most, seeing as he has specific timings when it comes to perfects. Granted, I am not a Luke main, so my ability to hit perfects on command is a little bit worse. But with that being said, one thing that I would like to pay attention to is that there actually is a visual cue when he does his knuckles, right? So what ends up happening is that he flashes white if you notice that he will actually flash white, and in that moment where he's flashing white, that's when he actually is able to commit to the perfect, right? So when you're noticing this, I want you to notice when he's flashing white, if this is possible. Other people like to just do it strictly on timing based, but until you're comfortable with just doing it on a timing based type situation, you might want to try and look for the white flash, release on white flash, and then go from there. This will allow you to become more consistent with your perfect attempts. And once you become more fluent in using your perfects, it makes your damage increase and gives you also situations that are advantageous to the character. So with that being said, did this secret sauce help you? Comment down below, let me know. And with that one, have a good one, y'all.